everyone, Hayden from Little Green Alien. Today I'm going to be doing a sort of collection video. Pretty much I just went through my collection and pulled out the best version of each character that I have. And I'm going to show you what I think the best version of each character in my collection is. Now, this is not the best overall version of each character, because this is just what I own. There are definitely some characters I'd like to get better versions of, but either they're just too expensive, too hard to find, or I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So, I hope you like what I have. Hopefully it'll get better. And here's the collection. So I'd like to start things off with Woody. Right here we have Takara Tomy Real Posing Woody. This one works great for stop motion because he's very posable. You can really put him in any pose you want. Of course, with him, we have Toy Story Collection Woody, who's not posable, but a great toy. And I also have a custom collection Woody right here, just to more resemble the one we see in the movie. So here are 3 Woodies that I really like using in videos, because I think they look great, they work well, a lot's good about them, so I enjoy using these guys. So right here I have another custom Woody that I use a lot. This is pretty much just a side project. One problem with this custom is he is very fragile, and I really only like to display him. I think he's best as a display piece, and that's how I want to keep him. So I've decided to make this one as just like one I can use, and one that I don't really have to worry about anything falling off or breaking. So this is like my second best custom Woody. He also has a custom voice box, and so does the other one. They're the same voice box, so here I'll show a couple phrases.
There's a snake in my boot. You're my favorite deputy. Hee-haw! Giddy up, Honda! We got to get this wagon train moving. I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I'm going to sing a little song.
So that's my second custom Woody. And, of course, we also have this custom. This is a Toy Story 4 custom Woody. He's missing the badge. He has no pull string, and it says Bonnie on the boot. So, if I'm ever doing a video that has to do with, like, the end of Toy Story 4 or post-Toy Story 4, I'll be using this guy. So, those are my main Woodies, I guess. And now on to Buzz. So, right here, I only have one Buzz to show. This is Toy Story Collection Buzz. He does everything I need him to do. He's posable. He doesn't have the karate chop action, so you can move his left arm in any pose you want. He has all the features. He's got his laser, wrist communicator, wings that light up, and he talks. It's all I need from Buzz. So yeah, this is probably the best Buzz you can buy. So I definitely recommend Toy Story Collection Buzz. So now for Jessie. I actually have 2 to show here. This is my custom Hasbro Jessie that I made a while back. And this is my Toy Story Collection Jessie. I don't really know which one I like better. I feel like they're both good in their own ways. One thing I did do to the custom Jessie, though, is if you get Woody, you can actually take his badge, and you can actually put it on her. So, just like at the end of the movie. The collection Jessie doesn't have that, but I did put that on my custom, because add as many features as you can, I guess. So, these are my Jessies. So next I'd like to show Rex. This is my Rex. He is not full-sized. He is a little small. But he's been the Rex that I've had for years, and he's always done the job well. So I am happy I have him. I would like to get a bigger Rex one day. But for now, if this is all I got, this is all I got. And he works for me, so I'm happy with him. So up next we have Ham. This is just a ham I bought at Walmart. He's a piggy bank. He's not posable at all, but I don't really think he needs to be. There actually is money in here. It's like an actual piggy bank. So I like this guy. I feel like he really resembles the one we see in the movie just because of like how he's made. Like he's an actual piggy bank, like the Ham we see in the movie. So that's Ham. Right here we have Slinky Dog. I've had this Slinky Dog for a long time. I actually modded him. There used to be a little string in here. I would limit how far he stretches, but I cut that string and now he can stretch even further. So I'm happy about that. One thing I never really liked about this guy is he's got this string in the middle of his eyes. I think they make versions that don't have the string, so I might actually try and get one of those just to have a more movie accurate Slinky Dog. And that'd be great. If that string was gone, this would be perfect. But here he is, Slinky Dog. I've had him forever. So this next one's definitely going to be the hardest character I have to show. This is Bullseye. So I have the soft and huggable Bullseye. He's pretty much all plush except for his eyes. I actually really like this guy. I think he looks pretty good. And honestly really represents the one we see in the movie. Just as a plush horse. He doesn't have any talking features, which he doesn't need. And really the only hard thing are his eyes. So like this is all soft, but that doesn't really bother me. So here's the first Bullseye I have, and now on to the second one. So right here I have another Bullseye. I don't really know too much about him. I just know that he's from Mattel, and I bought him at a flea market for $3. This one actually talks, though, so you can press his mouth. And then press his neck. This one actually has, like, hard pieces. And this comes off, and that's where you replace the batteries. So, like, this is, like, more of a rubbery plastic, I guess. And these are plastic. So, I'm not really sure which one would be more accurate. I think the color of the other one is more accurate, but just the material is more accurate on this one. So I don't really know, but that's Bullseye. So next we have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. These are the Toy Story 4 versions of Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. I really like them. I think they're probably some of the most movie accurate potato heads we've ever seen. I know they're not exactly movie accurate because their eyes and shoes are one piece. But these are definitely some of the most accurate we've seen from Play School for Toy Story. So here's Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Also, speaking of Mr. Potato Head, I just kind of wanted to show this. This is a Happy Meal or something of Mr. Potato Head. I don't really know what restaurant he's from, McDonald's, Burger King, but just the way he looks, I know he doesn't function like the one in the movie, but he's got like his separated eyes, and he just really, other than the shoes, like really looks like the Mr. Potato Head we see in the movie. So I thought this was a cool one, and I felt like I needed to show it in this video. So here's another Mr. Potato Head that doesn't function like the one in the movie, but really looks like it. Next we have RC. So this is RC. I got him at Walmart a while back. He's pretty cool. You can make him go backwards, forwards. You can make him turn. You can make him go faster. He's pretty cool. This is not the collection version, just to let you know. This one's actually kind of small, but he does the job. He actually works too, so that's pretty cool. I really like him, and that's RC. So next, here's just another smaller character I have, Etch-a-Sketch. I don't know why, I don't have a full-size one, only the little one. So here's my Etch-a-Sketch, you can draw on it. Still works and everything. And of course you can shake it and it'll all go away. So that's my Etch-a-Sketch. Now, this is really inaccurate to Toy Story, but these are my army men. I just keep them in this container. These are not like Toy Story army men. They're just army men, and they just so happen to be in the movie Toy Story. And yeah, you can see they're all different shades of green. These are just army men I've collected over the years and have just stored in here. So yeah, here are all my army men. Maybe one day I'll get the collection army men or something. I don't know. But this does the job for now, so here's my army men. This really isn't accurate to Toy Story at all, but I do have a barrel of monkeys. I know that these are characters in the movies. Mine are purple. I know the ones in the movie are a different color, but I just have these, and they work for what I need them for, so barrel of monkeys. Next, I'd like to show Lenny. This is also a Happy Meal toy. He doesn't have any eyes, but pretty much what you do is, I don't even know if you'll be able to see this or not, but if you look in here, you can see like pictures from Toy Story 2, and then you move this and it changes the picture. It's kind of like a Viewmaster or something, but it's Lenny. So it's pretty cool. So it's the only Lenny I have, but he does the job, so Lenny. So now I'm going to show all of my Toy Story 3 villains. Right here we have Lotso. And we also have a couple little action figures. So here's Twitch. Here's Chunk, I think his name is. And here's Spark. I think that those are their names. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these are just action figures. What I like about this one, though, is his face actually changes. So that's pretty cool. These two don't do anything. They're just action figures. But Lotso, I got him in Disney World a long time ago. He actually smells like strawberries. I really like him. This is not the collection version, but he's really just as good for me. So here's my Toy Story 3 villains. Also, here's my Luxo ball. I know that this was in all 4 movies, and it's really in every Pixar movie, so here's my Luxo ball. And of course, speaking of Pixar shorts, here's Tinny from Tin Toy. He was in Toy Story 4, and they released this figure of him, so I just had to get him because I love that short. It's a really good one. I'd highly recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. It's a lot like Toy Story, but a little different. So I'd recommend checking out Tin Toy if you haven't already seen it. And since he was in Toy Story 4, let's get into some of my Toy Story 4 characters. Now, this is by no means the best one on the market, but right here I have my Bo Peep. She's alright. She doesn't really like to stand up, though. I would like to get a better one that more represents the one in the movie. And I'd also like to get the sheep as well, but unfortunately, those aren't really easy to find. Only a couple of them come with sheep, I think. So, I don't really know which one to get. But for now, I have this one that I got for like $5 at a store called Ollie's. So, yeah, that's Bo Peep. And speaking of things I found at Ollie's, here's Forky. I found this in a 2-pack. It came with, I think, Woody and Forky or something. The Woody wasn't really as good, but the Forky was really good. He's posable, too. I think this is honestly one of the better Forkies you can find. He works perfectly for what I need him for, and this is definitely the best Forky I own. Alright, here we have Bunny and Ducky. They're just plushes. They don't really do anything. I don't even think they have Velcro. They don't even have Velcro on their hands. So, like, they're separated. But they're supposed to be stuck together in the movie. But yeah, that's my Bunny and Ducky. And of course, right here we have Duke Kaboom. Here, he also comes with his helmet. I also have this little motorcycle. This was from a different Duke Kaboom, but the figure didn't look as good as this one, and this one didn't come with a bike. So here's his motorcycle for now. And the helmet you can take on and off. I just took it off so you can see his face, but there's Duke Kaboom. Of course, we had to save the best movie for last, so here's my Toy Story 2 characters. Right here, we have Stinky Pete. He's really small, but this is like the only Stinky Pete I could find that doesn't cost a shit ton of money. These things are so damn expensive. I don't even know why Stinky Pete, of all characters, has to be, like, maybe even the hardest Toy Story character to find. I'm trying to think of anyone that is harder to find than him. Other than, like, maybe characters that had, like, a one-time appearance and maybe weren't even made. I don't know, but Stinky Pete is definitely the hardest, like, main character of any Toy Story movie to find. I really only know of one full-size Stinky Pete, and that's Young Apoc Stinky Pete. And he is expensive. So, yeah, if you find any Stinky Pete bigger than this, I would honestly recommend buying it if it's a good price, because Stinky Pete is very expensive, and I don't know why. But that's just how it is, I guess. So now we have another Buzz Lightyear, and we have Utility Belt Buzz Lightyear. This is Hasbro Buzz Lightyear, and I also do have this one, too, from Mattel. He's kind of short, but I mean, there really aren't many variants of Utility Belt Buzz out there, so it's good to have. They have advantages over each other, like the Hasbro one's taller, has a laser, and the Mattel one has wings, and the belt lights up, but he's short. So, here's... He does not have wings, unfortunately. You can get them with wings, though, but they're harder to find. This one does have wings. And the belt does light up, though, so that's pretty cool. But that's the Utility Belt Buzz. This is another kind of embarrassing one, but this is the only Zurg I have. He's just a little action figure. I'm not really sure what he's from. He is not the color of Zurg in the movie, but it is Zurg, and it's all I got, so I thought I'd show him. The cape actually does come off, so you can take the cape off. This is what Zurg looks like without his cape, and you can put the cape back on. I would like to get a better Zurg eventually, but there is maybe a little problem with that, and it's honestly not even that big of a problem, but here it is. So I'm sure a lot of you agree with me that I think the Disney Store Zurg is probably the best Zurg I've ever seen, but really he's one of the only ones I've ever seen. Anyways, the new Disney Store Zurg, like this Buzz right here, has this ugly-ass sensor on him. And if you look at Buzz's waist, you can see the little white dot. That's the sensor. It makes him look less movie accurate. Now, I know it's not really, like, a big deal, but I'm debating whether I should get a brand new Disney Store Buzz that's in, like, perfect store-bought condition, comes with the box, but has that sensor on him, or should I buy a used one that doesn't have the sensor? I haven't made a decision yet. So that's why I've been holding off on buying a Zurg, because I just don't know which one I want to get yet. And to be honest, the sensor doesn't even really do much. The characters just say their phrases at each other. So, like, here's another Disney Store item.
Laser at full power. Approaching destination. Re-engaging gravity. Area secure.
The mystic portal awaits.
That's really about it. They don't have, like, conversations or anything. They just say their phrases at each other. I honestly don't really think it was that necessary. But it's whatever. I'm still making the decision, so you'll probably see a Disney Store Zurg in my collection pretty soon. Anyways, let's move on to the next character. Alright, so for the next character, I'd like to start off by showing another Woody. This is Firefighting Woody. Now you may be asking, why am I showing him? Well, it's because he came with this. You open this box, inside you see Wheezy. So, this is my Wheezy. He's made by Hasbro. He was included with the Firefighting Woody from the early 2000s. He's just a squeaky penguin. It's pretty much just like the Wheezy from the movie. I mean, he's not like, this isn't like the pose he's in the movie, but I'd say this is one of the closest ones you could find to the Wheezy in the movie, just because of what he's made out of and all. I do have another Wheezy, though. This is just a plush Wheezy. I don't know where he came from. I don't know what he's worth. I know nothing about him. I've had him almost all my life. So, yeah, here are the two Wheezys I have. I do gotta say, I guess with this Wheezy, I like what he's made out of better, but I like this pose better, because I feel like this pose is closer to his pose in the movie. So, those are the Wheezys I have. Before I go, I'd like to say that just because I think something is the best version of something doesn't mean that it's my favorite version. I believe the best version of some of these characters is different than my favorite version. I might think one is better, but I have a different pick for my favorite. So I'd like to just show a couple things that are my favorites because of all the memories I've had with them and how special they are to me. So I'd like to start things off with Playtime Woody. And then we have the 1995 Buzz Lightyear. And I'll sit him down next to Woody. And of course, we have the one and only 1995 Alien. These are probably my three favorite pieces in my collection. They really mean a lot to me, and they're just, I really like them. And of course, I would like to show the runner-ups for places 4 and 5. So these are my three favorite pieces in my collection, just because of how special they are to me. But for the runner-up, I actually have some other special ones. I would actually like to put this custom Woody and Toy Story Collection Buzz Lightyear. These two have also always been there too, so they are very special to me. But those three I showed are the most special pieces in my collection. And if I had to pick my top 5 favorite things in my collection, all 5 that I just showed would be on that list. So, yeah, that's about it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you like my collection. Let me know what your favorite thing in my collection is, and recommend some stuff for me to get in the comments. Maybe you'll see a future video on it. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate you watching this video, and have a nice day, everyone. Bye, guys. I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe if you like the video.